Vibes on Vibes Show.
Relationship in the UK.
Charlie, relationship there, it be big, it be big topic. We don't fit discuss everything today. But you and Agaza, the relationship is like,
This question there, if you tricky question where you ask me,
oh, no, maybe somebody watching out there is single. Maybe they look out. But I mean, it's a topic you want us to discuss. So obviously, you have to be in the relationship to discuss relationship.
If you're single, come look for me. My own, it day like day. Yeah, it day like day. So we go feel manage them like that.
It day like day.
Yeah, it day like 50-50. It be 50-50.
That kind of relationship. So,
You see.
I'm more fresh. Charlie, I feel way.
So for your side now, how you dey see relationship for
Charlie-
UK here?
I think basically relationship in UK is quite complicated in sometimes. Like, say like, everybody make busy.
Okay.
The system is designed for you to work.
Okay.
But of course, that if you love someone, you get to make time for the person. And for me, I find it some way, where you said you claim you love someone and you are unable to make time for the person. Now, there are some people also who make time for you, and sometimes it's just some way. I don't know how to describe the UK dating, but get one what's it? Day one lane inside like obia bo like yeah, it's like we don't know what we do. So at the end of the day, people just get somebody to have fun with, and then it just ends there. But I think relationship in UK is hard. I think one of the reasons is that with the fact that it's a country where women are empowered.
Okay.
So women seem to take advantage of it because, say, if you did love somebody, yeah, there are certain things you will not do or say to the guy, but because they know the system works for them, they don't really care about the guy. And the few people who are genuinely in love, sometimes also, I mean, in quotes, when they speak to their friends, they get influenced by some of these notions, and then they just act like kids. Let me put it that way. So for me, I think it's an individual decision. Some they work, but most of the time, relationship in UK no they work. It's like okay, I call you. So let me put it this way: there's no commitment. I think that's the word.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no commitment. People tend to do things anyhow. They don't have intentions or what they want to achieve with the relationship they've started or the friendship they've started. So at the end of the day, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, that they don't care, life goes on.
So for now, if 70% worry
Mhm.
in the UK,
Mhm.
what's it like? What kind of advice? And I say like encouragement when I be me must say I should me
Bro.
worry o UK and I say my me worry o UK.
Bro, let's even take the this thing from UK. Marriage is a big deal. So but for few people who ask me same question, there are three things I look out for. Yeah. Number one is the person homely trained.
Okay.
When I say homely trained, I'm not referring to cooking, washing, cleaning. Come on. I mean, those are things most people can do. I know some men don't do it, but I'm not talking about that. I don't need you to do that. I'm talking about, can the person keep home? That like you have kids. Yeah. Can daddy go on trip peacefully without getting called 24/7? How do I do this? How do you understand?
Yeah.
So you are not around, but your home is in order.
Okay.
So number one, you have to get a woman whose mind is like, has a future plan that, oh Charlie, if we have kids, I can take care of the kids. If you are not around, everything is sorted. Like I can keep home. I'm not referring to cooking, cleaning. No, it's not part of this. I just want somebody who can manage home. If daddy is not around, mommy is the head, everything goes well.
Okay.
Because if she's able to do that, it means, in quotes, sorry to say, one day if you are gone,
Okay.
your kids are secure.
Okay.
So for me, is one thing I look up to before even taking marriage decision, because I mean, that is the alternative. Normally, with Africans, once you're married, you're expecting kids automatically.
Yeah, yeah.
I know in the Western UK, people
Yeah.
don't care. But once you're an African, like you have to look up to that. So you have to also have a woman who is home oriented, like family oriented. Let me put it
Okay.
that way. Second has to do with, I think this one is individual, but I am attracted to it, like people who are very intellectual, you know. Yeah, so for me, it's not a big deal. Obviously, you can, if you don't, if you have the knowledge without wisdom, it's become problematic. But I think it should be balanced because we are in. I think we are in. Not I think we are in a modernized world. Things are going quickly, so you get to adapt to it. So if your woman is not able to do it, it's like everything is depending on you.
Yeah.
And say, "Basa stress, baby."
Yeah.
And when stress comes, you know what goes on now.
Yeah.
Already, so let's draw the question back to UK. UK already is a stress country.
I always say UK is a whole country. Like, no, it's not a country. Sorry, like UK is a whole like company. UK is a company.
Baby, I will.
Like ukwe ejuma abefia beda that's it. Like UK corona kasa na ejuma ukwe ejuma no abefie no abeda that's it. Any JBA that's how I see UK though. Basically,
It's
when they say
crazy.
anything, like girls, no more women now stressed.
Yeah, they're already stressed because the system doesn't allow them to chill. Because if you are chilling, you know, and then the system here, I think, does more 50-50.
Okay.
So it's not like a culture where like a man has to take care of you, everything. Well, of course, there are men who are doing it anyway.
Yeah.
But women also have that idea. You know, ideal women have that idea that okay, I have to also do something, contribute. So they tend to work hard and
Yeah,
then
to support.
tend to be on TikTok when they are free. And so sometimes when I see Ghanaians bashing UK and UK for no, the truth is that there is no other life apart from work, home, and social media. Now, if you want to go out, you have to calculate your leave and make sure you are using that leave for it. And this Ghana, I bet me after about and then you can decide not to go to work for 1 week, and at the end of the day, you still get paid.
Yeah, and a Ghana coin so tall with him the tenefi.
How
No.
bro,
You see the thing.
you stay inside 24/7 because you are paid annually and hourly, and even those that are paid salary, you have to prove, like you have to give a reasonable excuse that you have to present document, like plenty issues. Because if you call say you get diarrhea, then the manager they ask you, have you been to the hospital? Is there a hospital report? Diarrhea, so hospital
Right,
report.
this is a Ghana
And you're cooking the bread they eat.
Oh. It is so.
So-
Me myself now, I think say like relationships in the UK, no, it doesn't
Yeah,
work like
yeah.
that because I'll go use myself for example. My own day, how it cast no, it be something else.
Okay, I know when they say a relationship cast, people think about, oh, he cheated, but it's not cheated.
No.
You know,
It
so
was something different.
something
No,
different. Yeah. Let me just conclude my point. So the second point is like somebody who is intellectual probably is, you know, can adapt to new things.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the third one will have to be spirituality. I always say that the life we live goes beyond the physical realm, and so I'm not going to push on you that, oh, you are a Christian, oh, you are a Muslim, but whatever you believe in, I will advise you marry from your religion, what you believe in. I don't buy the idea of, okay, I'm a Christian, I'm marrying a traditionalist, or a traditionalist marrying a Muslim. Because when you do that, it turns like the person is compromising, and sometimes it brings conflicts. People tend to pretend. There's one thing I keep saying: you can be dating beautifully, but once you marry, it's like I say, you can see couples that are dating beautifully. I've seen like people who dated for 10 years and their marriage lasted for just 1 year or 3 months. You ask yourself, what changed? What happened? So it's crazy. And then you have to also understand that once you marry, you have to compromise a lot of things. You have to, life is no longer about you. Like everything around you have changed. You are accountable to each other. You now have to, the things you do when you are single, now have to calculate a second person you need. Like it's just a whole lot. So you got to get somebody who can adapt to certain things and also compromise. The third one which I'm talking about is the spirituality. Charlie, we are Christian, yeah. wari Christian ni, we are Muslim ni,
No, I worry Muslim.
is that simple. At the end of the day, you guys
Yeah.
should pray. Most importantly, because I keep saying that every star you see has something backing them. What you are doing here, tomorrow when you become a star, people will have eyes on you. So then you need a spiritual backing. So
Sure.
every star you see out there has a spiritual backing, being it's a Christian, Muslim, or traditional, whatever they are doing. Trust me. Because every day people they pop eye. Not everybody clapping for you is actually congratulating you.
Yeah, sure.
So you have to, be wise enough. So if you get a woman who is religious, praise God, and then marry the person if it's a
But
Christian.
sometimes you get them, then go feel, fake themselves, say they've been religious, but later on
Obviously.
you find out, say, then they do bad things, you go, So,
I know, right? But that is why it's left to you to when I don't believe in dating for long before marriage. However, the little time you spend together it's an opportunity or a moment for you to get to know each other better. Obviously, you can't know people 100%.
Yeah, sure,
Even
sure.
those who got married are still trying to study each other to understand themselves.
Yeah.
People in 20 years married. I saw an interview the last time. The person said they are 30 years married, but they are still learning from each other. They are still studying each other. So things tend to develop as you grow.
Yeah.
So you just get to adapt to it. So pretty much that's why I said adaptation is important if you want to consider that as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but deserves love.
But you yourself, are you married?
Me, I'm married.
You should say you married.
I'm married. I get two pickings, sir. I don't be small boy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my.
You see, say some lady asked me, say, why you not married? I say, Charlie, I get two pickings for Germany. Why you don't know? He say, why you dey lie? I say, Charlie, I dey talk you the truth, self. I know they lie.
But you see, I think one thing marriage taught me was the first all the hustling with the hustle for. Actually, marriage is basically about companionship. You see, so people, I see boys on social media say, when I'm married, oh, the sex I go have. No be easy. But bro, Charlie, time no deal. We'll get time you give your woman sex.
You see,
Okay, for the first 2 months, you go enjoy gizzy. But one thing about it is, let's even forget about the kids. Once you are two, as a man, you are planning for one.
Okay.
Now you are two, you are planning for two.
Okay.
So the demand is now high.
Yeah.
And then when kids pops in, is times 2.
Sure.
And then in a country like UK, if you study the system, when you go out to buy things, they don't give bonuses on kids things. It's to tell you that make sure you are ready before you have kids.
Before, yeah.
So it's a different ball game when it comes to marriage. But like I said, everybody plus their own. Obiwawa, I know Ghanaians, not Ghanaians per se, but Africans are adapting the Western culture.
Yeah.
I know 2 guys that got married. They say, oh, they don't want to have kids, and then they are living their life like normal couple. They just having fun, and they don't want to have kids, but they are married legally. So people are adapting that system, but I noticed that they say they will not go back home because obviously their parents are not in support.
Oh, okay.
Say Africa once you marry there, hey, that better.
You do 1 year in a pair.
Why yes somebody will catch? Where if you get 2 or 3, so they say give more.
That thing, no, so I said no more canon and kumino like
Nyame
boni pa ho ba nyame mouse ka se je show ba o.
Bro,
you see the thing, but you answer your African culture and sa na ya culture nti sa na way it him all the time. So
yeah.
Mami Mbusa was saying we saying so like what's your advice for the Gen Zs coming up in terms of relationship? What's your advice?
Bro, sincerity. Like one thing I've noticed about this whole marriage thing is that you can marry someone. I want to speak from the African perspective where
Okay.
kids are involved. You can marry somebody who loves you, can be a lovely wife or a lovely husband,
Okay.
but it's not a parent. That person is not a parent.
Okay.
I say this because if you look at the number of divorces we have, and once it happens, men go out
Okay.
and then they leave the case for the women.
Yeah.
That thing, it bore me about men. Let's forget about childcare, bro. Sending money is nothing. It's not an excuse. But you are not in the life of the child. So, for that is my problem. Now, why is it a problem? Because the women tend to raise these men on their own. Now, when they also grow, the Gen Z and whatever, they are learning things from their mom.
Sure.
And every child deserves a father figure. So I keep even telling single moms that, say, the biological father is not part of it. Make sure you have a father figure who the children can look up to. Because we live in a society where women raise men, and then those men become women. You dey bab.
Yeah.
And then they tend to do things that differently. There are some relationship, it be the woman where they pamper the man. It will shock you.
Because when someone is all about call.
So for me, I think that before you decide anything, you have to really redefine what you guys are looking up to in the marriage. One, is it companionship, or you're looking at family?
Okay.
These two things are different. Having family means obviously kids are going to come in. And are you ready to, be there for the kids, even if you are fighting? I keep saying that before you marry, make sure the person love you during hard times, not money, financial aspects. Like, if I do you something wrong and bro, can you still love me in 2 hours time, or in 3 days, or that's just the end?
Sure.
Because that is the essence of love.
Yeah.
Love is not when everything is rosy, we are happy, and I love you, no. Can you call me when we are fighting? Can you still check up on me? So these flags tend to happen during relationship. There are some people, once they have a fight, they don't talk to each other for like even months.
Yeah.
I heard people if you go as far as 2
Obi catch me to more than 5 months. Yeah.
and there's a relationship they go.
But latest, no. Me when they say like the moment I know build relationship more and more be having issues. More be having issues for like a month or two. Na man kasa mo a, just
That's the
consider
end.
it say a end.
Yeah.
Because most are back together. It means say I say mako obia dia and farmer no. And I must say back together. That relationship is not going to work.
Obviously.
That's how I see it from my side.
Obviously. So me, I always tell people that listen, I've got anger issue, but when I'm angry, I want to go out and deal with it and come back. There are some people, they want to talk about the situation immediately, so you have to adjust and compromise. But if you are unable to discuss the issue immediately, make time to discuss it before the week ends, before the next morning, or the following day. Just don't escalate, because one thing I've noticed about relationship or marriage is that when the person keeps sweeping things under the carpet, and so when one day the person will just boom explode.
Yeah.
Then you'll be like, so this thing I did to you, that one to you took it serious.
Yeah.
Then you get to realize that there are a lot of things that your partner has packaged for you without talking about it. Right. So for me, Charlie.
But you see, say some men or some ladies are so annoying that all the time be our person on push you to the wall and obe push you away no. When you say they were come at here, right? And latest no be fan say like, na any pabonini.
So that's what the UK system is doing to the ladies. So I've got a number of people who are innocent and in cell right now because the women did certain things they've not done, and then they end up being there.
Okay.
There are lots of cases we can put in place, from footballers to friends, that even you can be kissing a UK lady and then the lady can tell you to stop. If you don't stop, a boyfriend police catch you and say you are hurt.
Yeah.
You see that kind of thing. Fetch human being, of course, look for your green flags, your red flags, yellow, indigo flags, whatever. Look for them, weigh them. Somebody will say that one acre has no nana. Say also say it's better to cry in Lamborghini than. Now you see, I know it's a different story.
Yeah.
So if you also think say it's better to do that, you to do it. There's some people that they like clean guys. There's some people who need their dirty. Obia on the
Obia, but latest Nina, then Nina could say last I be worrying not for say child different things. So this relationship starts now because I'm driving
drive you crazy. Yeah. So just go in for what works for you. Okay. I always say that I don't believe in counseling. I'm not a fan for counseling because what works for you may not work for me.
Yeah.
So I like it when you tell me stories. I learn from the story, but don't cancel me based on your experience.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work. You can advise.
Yeah.
Some maybe far.
Fine.
Uh-huh. So for me, there are dynamics to everyone's relationship because some what I can tolerate, you can tolerate. So
Like I always say to people, say like, idea as will be in the family framework, right?
yeah.
Elephant to you, elephant to me.
Mm-hmm.
We are from different homes, different families, different towns, different everything. So
Yeah.
like how I was raised up, yeah. And this said they are we
Mm-hmm.
So there are some stuffs we were what I say in a certain way. Means me say in a certain way. So in the dream to me near back, can't say dream na back, but we can sit down. Yemi no betimi. It doesn't need third person.
Third person, yeah.
We can sit down. Ye beti matana se na yankasa yakasa say oh, who dey say me dey say. Yen we ni me no, right? Yen we ni me no na yen pick one wom. Yen the beboa like a be benefit ye me no asset him. Let me count say.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Because in the first place, the two of you created a problem.
You see.
So why do you need a third person? You only need a third person when you are doing something good and you want to follow the person's footpath, probably a mentee or somebody who probably have been successful in marriage. You say, oh, what are the things probably you do? The person will say, oh, we like going to vacation every weekend. Yeah. That's what work for me. You guys can try it. But say issue or na
vacation there. Any JB anyway be more because maybe a whole side na age mama but me side so be anya maybe me side me tena say na ye kasa.
But interestingly, there are some ladies out there like that too. Like me then you they fight, you then the lady they fight. You go buy out something and you forget about what happened. People who are really addicted to material stuff.
At that moment, the say the way feel but latest must be picking it up.
That's the thing too,
Yeah, at that moment, the say, oh, if you like say, okay, I'm okay now. Let's forget about everything. But the moment the beast are popular, I say, hey, you did this, you did that, you see the thing. So yeah. I felt say like talking to each other, no, makes sense more than saying say you're being a back and forth. And I say, be a messy, make it be a problem about Mama one can't drink. Mama one can how you felt, yeah. And I felt say, oh, what I did was wrong. Mama one can't feelings. Na me DBB. I see you quiet or kasano. Latest, no me say years to come and answer some months to come. No, you still come
talk
back.
About yeah, that was what I said earlier. I said it's important you trash issues out early than sweep down the carpet to explode one day. Because a basa, no, you not like it. You don't like it. Anyway, Charlie, it's been a good one.
Yeah, so what happened? Anyway. But that was it. Oh, footwear and so they are there. But I do appreciate your time, your efforts,
worries, brother.
Your advice, everything, Charlie.
Anytime I did for you. Anytime I did for you.
I do appreciate your time. Like said Chrome and easy so within the time there.
Charlie.
The Vibes on Vibes Show.